What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. We have Ripple Swell ongoing and underway, which is a very big event where, of course, in the next couple of days, I will share some more videos, guys, about what has been said in Ripple Swell. But for now, we have Brett Garlinghouse saying our 6th annual Ripple Swell is underway. I took the stage this morning with CNBC Karen to discuss all things Ripple, crypto utility, macroeconomic factors affecting crypto, and much more. A threat. So let's take a look what he has to say, guys, because it's interesting, right? Ripple is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, crypto companies in the world. And the way they handle things is so professional, guys. You can't even compare it to other crypto companies, in my opinion. And I think the facts speak for itself as well. With all that's happening in the past few weeks and over the course of this year's ups and downs, it feels even more imperative that we've gathered together in person to have honest conversations about solving real world problems with crypto and blockchain. As I said on stage, I firmly believe that crypto will be stronger because of this if we keep focusing on transparency and trust. Ripple has and will continue to lead in this regard. On a very positive note, we made some major announcements this week. We've processed 30 billion in payments on RippleNet, both fiat and crypto. We're partnering with MFS Africa to bring ODL to Africa, our 6th continent. Guys, this is like a lot of people are underestimating this partnership. This partnership is very, very big. This can give some tremendous volumes, and I will show you why. This is a very good partnership. Announcement part 2, with more to come. Nearly 40 payout markets are live for ODL, representing 90% of FX markets, which is, if you go to see what the FX markets are, guys, that's a $4 trillion plus market. Okay, that's a very huge market, tremendously, and it's representing 90% of that. Now, it's not showing yet, but why do you think all of this is coming out and we're approaching the 22nd and 23rd of November? Because they said that they have delayed ISO 222, but everything that we are seeing right now is not looking like any delay. Yes, it will have full functionality in March, but I think, guys, that they will start in November. And we have a lot of things saying that, actually. 19 plus new and upgraded from fiat ODL customers across the globe. Real Supermojo is live using Liquidity Hub to source Ethereum. Despite some headwinds, I'm immensely proud of the Ripple team who day in and day out focus on helping our customers move value around the world, whether remittances, individual payments, bulk funding, treasury management, and more. Does this look like a company, guys, that is scamming people? Does this look like a small cryptocurrency company that will blow up or go to the ground? It just doesn't, right? And I understand that maybe you think FTX was also not looking like that, but it's a very different animal. Ripple is just so different. In Australia this weekend, all major banking institutions are doing planned outages for system upgrades. Most are Ripple partners or ODL partners of some kind coincidentally is on the horizon. Guys, I'm telling you, this is not coincidence. Again, they are planning something and it's happening. It's coming, right? So keep your eyes out for 22nd of November, because this weekend they are planning something and major banks are actually doing upgrades. I find the level of arrogance for some people who think that crypto's good shocking, says Jim Cramer. Now, listen to this video, guys. This guy is deluded. What do we know about Solana? What do we know about XRP? The answer is zero. The reason we know zero is because the government doesn't feel it should be regulated. Now, I want to say something very, very important about this. When you see that news channels are starting to do this, talking very negative about projects, or it doesn't mean if it's Solana or XRP, it doesn't matter. When they start talking very bad about Bitcoin or Solana or XRP, know, guys, that we are bottoming. Know that we are at the bottom and always going up. Because why? This is what they do. When Bitcoin is $70,000, they will say that it's the new thing and that it's all good and that it's going to 100,000. And then what happens? It goes down. This is how media works. Understand that, recognize it, because if you're in this space for just a year, you don't know that. But once you have been in this space for 3+ years, you understand how things work, and it's always the same. And now they're doing it again. Let's take a look.
I want to get down to the New York Stock Exchange. Jim Cramer joins us now. Jim, we can talk about some of these economic numbers. Who maybe want to get your thoughts on what Barry's talking about. I also want to get your thoughts on what CZ said earlier this morning about the future of crypto. Where do you want to start?
First, I look, I think Barry's closer to the situation than a lot of the people who work at the Federal Reserve, just in part because he's in the business every day. And it's immediate, not looking at last month or the month before. And I think that his projections are far more spot on. As far as your interview with CJ on crypto, I find the level of arrogance for people who think that crypto is good shocking. I mean, I have problems with the dollar, the same problems that Barry has in terms of the huge amount of debt. But there's clarity, and you know that there's debt, and you can easily switch to gold if you'd like, or some other asset, maybe real estate that can be better. But we can put up these currencies, and like I question, well, what do we know about Solana? What do we know about XRP? I mean, and the answer is zero. And the reason why we know zero is because the government doesn't feel that it should be regulated, and we put them up. We could put up lots of. We could have put up Enron. That was a very well traded stock.
Look at this, guys. Look at the arrogance of this, and look at how uneducated this person is. First of all, if he says we know nothing about Solana, maybe because someone didn't do his research. But how can you say that you know nothing about XRP? XRP has been here for a decade, with Ripple going into a lawsuit, with Ripple doing this disruptive kind of technology with payments. It's insane. It's very insane. These are people who are uneducated, and I'm telling you, when they are doing this, we are bottoming out. Crypto is bottoming out, guys. These are levels that when you buy, you're actually dollar cost averaging, because these are levels that you wanna buy crypto, because it's very low, guys, right now. So this is not financial advice. Please do your own research, but it's a very repetitive pattern that always happens.
So, I mean, I question why we put these up. I know that that's maybe seditious, but I question why we're not allowed to question any of these things.
I think we are allowed to question these things, and I think at least, and I think on your broadcast and our broadcast, we've been questioning it repeatedly to the point where...
you guys have been nonstop. You have been nonstop, and it's been great. I didn't mean it like that. I meant that they don't want you to question. You were.
That's for sure.
I love this interview today. I want you to be clear. What I'm saying is they didn't feel compelled. None of these people feel compelled to answer I was looking at some of the things that you've been asking on your November 10th, and it's unbelievable how much money you could have saved people. Unbelievable what Squawk has done. But they don't feel compelled. I guess because you don't have subpoena power. I mean, you have asked everything. Anyone who listened to your questions would say, I got to get out of this. Well, but their answers were reassuring. And, you don't have subpoena power and you're not a prosecutor, but, man, you nailed every one of these things. And it is just so aggravating. I am sure when the book is written, someone will say the media did nothing. Your team did everything. But nobody listened in the government. I say congratulations to you and shame on those who would not answer your questions in any direct way.
This is very, very weird, guys. Like, if they would just bring Brett Garlinghouse, he would just talk to them and answer every question, because he always does. He's transparent and he shows what Ripple is doing. So it's a bit weird. You can see, guys, that this is all scripted and staged. These people, they bring out this negative narratives to actually instill fear in people. That's the motive of the whole media power. Boom, Ripple moves forward and takes over Africa. We won Africa, major utility and huge use case happening in front of our face. One of the biggest deals in the cryptocurrency's history. We are thrilled to announce our partnership with Ripple to streamline real-time mobile payments across 35 countries. Guys, this is a whole continent. This is insane. And this is so big, guys. This is huge. This is something that will tremendously increase volume. Don't miss the news that MFS Africa is now a Ripple ODL partner amidst all the news of the day. This is a potentially huge partnership. Why so exciting? A humble threat, beginning with the obvious and moving to the not so obvious. Let's take a look. First, mobile uptake is important. Ripple notes worldwide use is expected to reach 70% of the global population, largely in markets in APAC and Africa. This is a perfect high volume, small payments application that could generate tremendous volumes. Second, payment structures across Africa aren't well connected with poor liquidity. Many transactions are cross-border, but even domestic payments can be a challenge. ODL can offer a $701 mobile market cap, cheap, fast, reliable payments, right? So everyone is connected right now in Africa. Just imagine that, because people cannot pay. Let's just say that the transaction cost is $15 for a transaction. Guys, that's a lot for people in Africa, right? Or in poorer countries. Not whole Africa is poor, of course, but you know what I mean. And if these costs are very low and the settlement, which is even more important than the costs, is instant, that's where the big money is actually flowing. It's very exciting. MFS Africa, a big payco, jumped right in with ODL. They didn't follow the RippleNet to ODL pathway. The largest mobile money platform across Africa started with it. That is a significant attestation to Ripple's ability to implement things. Notably, MFS Africa is member of the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. PAPSS facilitates payments between countries with a unified setting system. It looks a lot like SWIFT does, messaging and correspondent banking specifically for Africa. In addition to banks, PAPSS connect central banks to, given the prevalence of mobile payment wallets in the region, could national payments move through ODL. So all of these things, guys, are very, very important. This is what Ripple is actually doing. This is real world use case. This is how it looks like. So if anyone tells you that XRP is not relevant or Ripple is not relevant or a scam, guys, look at the facts. I've shown you the facts. It's a real world use case. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next one.